Hi, I'm Richard Schaefer. I'm the person who wrote the GRT text Introduction to Media Writing. And I just want to give you a brief introduction to that text because at times it can be a little bit confusing how we use it in CJ 171. So the first thing you need to do is you need to go to the GRT website. That's www.grte as in Edward, P as in Paul, .com, and you need to have purchased the GRT materials either at the bookstore or else gone online to the www.grtep.com site and logged in, made your purchase with your credit card, and received your email with your password. So I'm going to log in. And once you log in, you'll get to this website, perhaps if you've had other GRT courses or online texts. And that can be a little confusing because all you see is a calendar. And so what you want to do is go to the University of New Mexico Introduction to Media Writing and click on that little triangle on the left. And then that opens up your webcam view for you. You'll come up on a schedule or assignments. The key bar here is the top dark bar, this one, that's glossary, student resources, and assignments. And let's walk through that a little bit. You've already got a syllabus, but if you want to see the schedule, which is crucial, you should almost always every week go to the schedule. You'll click on that and then you'll download a copy of the schedule, and here it is. It will pop up separately, and this will allow you to see what is due in the first part of the week and what might be due later on in the week in the section we call labs, or in the second half of the class if you have a standalone class. And this goes week by week, and so you know that you should read your Grammar Basics primer, take care of that, and I'll explain that later. Lesson 1, Writing Style and Grammar Issues, you should read that as well as view the multimedia. Now, where do you get those things? You get them, once again, right here under the lessons. And here you see the Grammar Basics primer. You can get there. You can go back and see Writing Style and Grammar Issues, which is lesson 1, and you can read through that. None of these lessons are very long. Also, you'll see in the schedule that there's multimedia associated with lesson 1. So let's look at the multimedia. And you see that there are 1, 2, 3 different multimedias. Those are really PowerPoints with a voiceover, usually lasting between 2 and 6 minutes, that explain a particular subject. So there's one on AP style, one on search engine use, and one on multimedia itself. And you'll see that there's 5 of them for lesson 2, and the most there are is 6, and that's lesson 3. So those are good to look at. If you're a little confused about the content, maybe hearing it voiced over and hearing it through a different modality will help you. There's a glossary of every term that's used in the text, all the key terms, and you can search it either by scrolling or by going to the letters. Pretty easy. Then the final segment on the right is student resources, and you'll use the American Media Style Basics a great deal. Free online writing aids, one of those is a readability index that you'll need when you turn in your assignments to figure out how readable your text is. And you'll also, in the beginning, use the spelling, grammar, and word tips. And we are at the beginning. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. Even before you do any assignments, in the first couple weeks of the class, you've got to do a grammar basics primer. You've got to take a look at that. And here you can see that it steps through. You can download the whole primer and it will open up, and then it's got page numbers and sentence basics, gerunds, parts of speech, implied speech. More parts of speech on page 4, and modifiers on page 7. Each one of these is a segment in this 23-page primer. Now look how much white space there is. This is not a difficult thing, but you don't even have to read it. The first thing you do is you take the test. So you go back to the primer and you choose grammar test here. Okay, and here it tells you that you can take the test from August 13th or whatever the start date is, and the end date of when's the last time you can take it. You must score 80% or better. You can take this test over and over again. It generates different questions randomly, but it generates them from specific pools. And so the first thing you want to do is just go ahead and take the test. Don't even use the primer, and click here, take the test. Each test has 30 questions, and if you know the answers, you don't have to read that part of the primer. But as you work your way through each of these, once you're done, you'll be able to go under Student Resources. You can go to your grade book and you can see your grades, and it will tell you not only which ones you got wrong, and it will show you which parts of the Grammar Basics primer, and it will tell you which parts of the American Media Style Basics or Spelling Grammar Word Tips. It will direct you to that area. Now you have to click on it and open it up, but you use those 3 resources to figure out why you got that answer wrong, and then take the test again. Try and learn from it. So it's an interactive way of taking the test. Finally, I want to show you the assignments. You'll see that there are 9 assignments in this class. It tells you how much each assignment is worth, in this case 30 points, and the week that the assignments are due. Usually they're due at the end of the week. You can consult with your lab instructor about that. And then each assignment usually has an example with it. So it will have the instructions right here, and you click on it. But it also has examples that help you understand how to ace that assignment. So in this one is assignment 3 is taking photos. Assignment 4, the personality feature, more careful instructions, and then an example of a well-done assignment. So this is there to help you and guide you between your lab instructor, your teacher, let's say, and the website. We hope that you'll learn a great deal.